Hello everyone, I hope you're having a good day, and if you're not, you better start having a good day. So today we are going to talk about pen testing, especially with a focus on pen testing for home users. So if you are sitting at home and you want to do some pen testing or ethical hacking, this is the video for you. We will give you an introduction into pen testing, what it actually is, and we will show you how to set up an environment at home which will not cost you money. You know, aside of the electrical bills and usual stuff, it should not cost you a fortune. So let's start. So what is a pen tester or an ethical hacker? A pen tester or ethical hacker is a professional which assists customers to get a better understanding of what is happening their in their environment. The pen tester and ethical hacker, they need to give back a status report. They need to be able to explain to the customer from listen up, you have these environments, you have these applications that you wanted to have tested, and we have found these vulnerabilities. You are doing well on these points. In order to protect yourself better, you need to take these extra steps. The end goal is to provide the customer a good feeling about their security environment and a good understanding. You don't need to lie. If they are screwed, you need to tell them directly from, hey man, I think there's something wrong. Here are the reasons. And that is also often the main reason why pen testers get hired. But when we talk about pen testing, people quickly think about web application hacking, and that is not all. Like literally anything that has a system running on it, you can pen test. You just need to have the skills for it and the methods and the toolings, and that is where the real challenge begins. Because as a beginner, you would like to hack a Tesla. It is freaking awesome if you can hack a car and if there are tutorials which allow you to hack a car. But you need to understand that for the most people, it is not easy to get a Tesla in their hands and to just start hacking a Tesla. So the next step would be to find an emulator which will emulate the functions within a Tesla, and there it continues. So this video is more for people that want to start at home. Do ask yourself this: what do I want to pen test as a beginner? What is my focus? My advice for you would be to focus on web application pen testing first, because it will also give you a better understanding of how systems work and how communication works and how things actually operate with each other. So let's get started. It was a long introduction, I know. Let's see. The first thing, on the website cyberwarzone.com, you will find pen testing tools, guides, you name it. In order to do some pen testing, you need to have old applications or applications installed, and this website is actually great for that. They have a lot of old applications stored. It's called oldapps.com, and you can download the applications and have some fun with it if you want to do some testing on them. In order to do some pen testing at home, you will need to set up a virtual environment for yourself, because you do not want to perform pen testing activities on your own system or on systems that are not yours, because performing attacks or scans on systems which are not yours can be how do you say it? They're not legal. So make sure that you don't do those things. Make sure that you set up your own environment. The easiest virtualizer that I like to use is VirtualBox. You install it, it will run smoothly on your Windows system if you're using Windows. There's also a Linux version available. And Yes, install it. Then you need to ask yourself, what do I want to test? So let's say you want to target a web application. That means that you need to set up a server. And in order to do that, you need to have an environment where you can do this. This is where VirtualBox steps in. You have the VirtualBox environment. You download, for example, the Linux operating system. And you download the tool, or the operating system I mean, and you install it on your virtualizer. Once it has been installed, you can continue and install the application that you want to test. There are many ways on how you can do this. The best method would be to take into consideration the versions that you are going to test. Take some older versions just to have some vulnerabilities in them and start playing around. A nice tool that I like to use for that and that I've played around with is WebGoat. This is created by OWASP. Let's show a little bit about OWASP. This is the Open Web Application Security project. And what they do is actually they have provided an insecure web application, and this is full of security flaws. And you can run it on your own system, and you can play around with it. Nobody will get hurt once you start playing around with this tool. And it is a very good way to get a better understanding of how a pen tester actually works. You will get the mindset behind it, and yeah, it's a good thing to try out. The next thing that you can try is, of course, the tool SecGen by Cliff. This is a tool which allows you to create virtual environments, virtual machines that are full of hacking challenges. This can be a fun way to get yourself started in pen testing or ethical hacking, and you will find out once you are up and running and you got a good feeling on how to do this, you can also participate with live hacking challenges, and you will get into the community, you get to learn people, you can network, and that is also a very important thing if you want to become a good pen tester. And it doesn't matter if you're doing this from home or via the company that you work for, you need to network with people. Security is not a one-man job. It is knowledge-based, so we need to build on each other when it comes to knowledge and especially fighting cybercrime. Let's continue. Then there is VulnerHub. They also have a lot of vulnerable machines. You can play around with it. I would not go for this one at first. I would start to play around and setting up everything myself. So that is also what I advise to you. The reason why I'm saying this is because you will also create mistakes. Remember why there are vulnerabilities. Often it is just because people don't read the manuals that are provided with applications. Misconfigurations and stuff are happening. So this is a good way to get yourself started. Let's see. If you don't have a system which can run a virtual machine, and you do have some financial room, you can always try and get a virtual private server on the web. I use TransIP. This is a Dutch provider, and nothing special about them. They just do their job and they are a good service provider. You can have a system running for €5 a month, and you can also designate which operating system it should run. So you can also install the vulnerable applications on there. And as it is your own system which you are controlling, you are in control. So nobody will be bothered if you know what you're doing and you just only focus on your own system. Do make sure that it is a VPS, so that it is yours to play around with. And that is it for today. If you have any questions, let me know. I will make sure to include all of these sources, and so you can just navigate to them and look around. If you have any questions, again, let me know. Yeah, if you are going to be a pen tester, what would you like to pen test and why? Would you like to pen test, let's say, for example, rockets? That is also something cool to do, I think. Okie dokie, let me know what you think. Have a great one. Bye bye.